Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and you have found 1313 Mockingbird Lane, the playlist crawl that is hosted by Dawn at Shabby Meets Bling, Monica at Up All Night DIY, and Annie at Crafting with Indie Annie Jones. I am so excited to share with you all a craftier project than what I normally get to do on my channel. We are going to be caging up a really cool paper crafted bat. So I hope you all will come along and join me for this fun. We will be using some of my Creative Memories scrapbook papers as well. Along the way, I am an independent advisor with Creative Memories, so if you would like to learn more about scrapbooking, please subscribe and come back to my channel to get some more ideas. But this video is for the crafters, and we're gonna have some fun using Mod Podge and caging up our bat. Let's check it out. As you all saw in my intro, I found this really cool half bird cage that was just at my local thrift store. And I mean, it's not pretty and it is definitely distressed, but I think it's going to be perfect for what I want to put together for our challenge today, because we are going to create a bat that is going to wind up behind those bars, and you might be able to get himself free. We'll see. But the first thing we did, I also found this wood sign at my thrift store as well, and both pieces were less than $3. I think I bought 4 items for $6 at my thrift store, and I bought a mug, and I couldn't even tell you what the other thing was that I purchased, but it wasn't much. But these were the 2 biggest items I got. So why don't we say I spent $4 between the 2 items, and I'm finally going to get a chance to try ironing on my paper to have that really nice flat look on one of these things. We're going to be using some paper from our Hide Eeek collection that just came out because I thought this was kind of fun with all of the eyes. I went ahead and pre-cut my paper to 11 1/8 inch tall by 11 1/4 inch wide, because that's what the board measures out to, and we are going to be ironing on our paper to the board so that way it'll come out nice and smooth, and I don't have to worry about the wrinkles with the Mod Podge anymore because my crafty friends have shown me what to do. But I also want to show you the page that inspired all of this. This is a scrapbook page I created a couple of years ago, and I just thought it was kind of fun. It has our bat, which does have some dimension to it. You can kind of make it so it looks a little bit more, but of course it's going to lay flat when you have it on your page. But we're also going to recreate this key. But I just thought, this one, my bat is on the outside of the gate, and the one we're going to do today is going to have our bat inside our cage because we have the actual literal cage this time. But if you don't have a cage to put your bat on and you want to do this bat, I will be walking you through the steps in a separate video. And just grab your deco blade and cut some really thin strips. Grab your jumbo circle and create your gate. I used some wood tone paper that we had at the time, and I did it both with a gray wood tone and a brown wood tone, and you can see different key placement, slightly different placement on my lock as well. We're not going to recreate the lock, but we are going to make the key. If any of my scrapbookers have a question about it, just drop me a comment and let me know if you would like me to demo any of the parts of the actual page. Like I said, the bat is going to be in a different video as well as the key because we only have so much time here. But let's go ahead and get our Mod Podge onto this board. I'm going to go ahead and just spread it all clearly through the board, and then we're going to let it dry. Let's start with this. Whoops. Getting messy today. This is why I put cardboard on my desk, just in case. I'll be back with you all when it's time to get our paper on. Okay, here we go. I have just my regular iron from home because I don't have a heat press, and I powered it on to low. So I have had this warming for about 5 minutes now or so. I let my board with my Mod Podge on it dry overnight, so you can see it's still there. You can see where I got a little thicker in places, but it is definitely dry. There's no wet white spots left. I am going to go ahead and place my cut piece of designer paper on, and then I cut a piece of parchment paper because, of course, you don't want to put it directly on. You don't want to put your iron directly onto your scrapbook paper. You want to have something that's heat stable in between. And I know they do make the little heat presses, but I don't have one of those, so we're just going to go with the regular iron and low and get my scrapbook paper onto this board. Don't forget to power off your iron. And take off your parchment. I will hold this up to the camera so you all can see how beautifully that turned out. Here you go. Nice and flush on the board. Oh, I'm so excited. That looks beautiful. Can't see any creases or wrinkles, which I guess is the point of doing that technique, the heat press and the iron. What do y'all think? Let's go ahead and get our bat going on to our board. I am working on getting my spider webs placed. For those of you who would like to see how I created these, I do have a long form video that shows the entire project, how I made the bat, how I made the keys. So you'll want to tune in to that one on my Creative Pages with Catherine channel. But here is my placement of all of my spider webs that I punched using our Spiderweb Frame Punch from Creative Memories. We're going to go about this 1/8 of an inch down. That really seems to work because you can see these two lines coming through here. Press down. And we are going to get, I'm going to just leave these here for right now because I want to get my bat placed next. I'm just going to come on hanging upside down. I'm going to use my regular tape runner to get this onto my page here. This is the back side of our bat. You can see that definition where we folded to create our wings for our bat. And I don't know, maybe it's a vampire bat, maybe it's a friendly black bat. Are any of the black bats friendly? I don't know. Now for our key, you can pull out your precision point adhesive again. Actually, that probably would almost show a little bit better, but I'm going to go ahead and use the repositionable on it so you can see the difference. It does get a little bit. So that bat might just find this key and be able to escape its cage that we are going to be putting it in. We'll find, who knows? Will the bat fly free? Who knows? And then this one's going to go just up a little bit, adding a couple of these as little extra decorative elements to our board here. So transforming it from our wanting to go see the mountains board from the thrift shop to a fun Halloween display. I'm going to have one of my stickers from our Hide Eeek designer sticker pack. Add some foam tape to this and we'll get this on and we'll be ready for our final reveal in just a moment. I had a smaller piece left over from another project that made it quick and easy to just put on there. I'm going to place this towards the bottom here. Our Happy Halloween, and then let's go ahead and get this into its cage. What do y'all think? Let me hold it up close for you. There's our bat. You can see its ears. It's hanging upside down. And my fun key that I created to see if our bat can open up its cage soon. I'm gonna have to see if I'm gonna have to zip tie this thing to the cage, but not bad. It fits perfectly. My wings are still inside the cage for the most part. Let me get this in a spot where you all can see it for the final reveal. There it is. What do y'all think? That bat is hanging around. All those eyes staring out. And here it is at night, just hanging around. Do we think that the bat has escaped the cage? I don't think so. Thank you again to Dawn, Annie, and Monica for hosting this 1313 Mockingbird Lane playlist. I will see you all next time.